Allow breathing room for your transitions to take effect. October 28, 2013. You have been told numerous times by many before our message today that change is a part of life. Even if you manage to slow down their approach, changes are inevitable, and the transitions that result from changes taking place are natural as day becoming night. As you observe nature, you are able to visibly see the changes through seasons, and as the season reaches its end, there is an acceleration of change occurring that seems to be sudden, bringing it to the next part of its transformation and new season of change. You see this as the leaves in spring begin to bud and grow, flowers begin to blossom, crops flourish. Then as the seasons lead from spring to summer through autumn, you can with careful observance see how each plant, tree, even creature grows and changes according to each month within each season, bringing them into autumn, then winter. Within the change of all seasons are cycles of endings and new beginnings. This occurs with your own journey as well. Life transitions and changes can easily be viewed as predictable, as they are your key to discontinuing something from your past, while embracing new and exciting experiences that are vital for your learning and development. Within each change that you meet, it is understood that there is something you must give up. Sometimes what you are giving up may not feel comfortable, even though it no longer serves you well and has taken on a more negative feel. As you let go of something old, you are allowing yourself room to embrace something new in your life, with the understanding that this new is bringing you into new territory that could very well hint at being vulnerable during the early stages of a new transition. Changes can be disruptive. They can create disorder within your ordered world, but through conscious observation and control of your mental and emotional faculties, you will quickly be able to get a hold of your inner resources and begin grasping what is being presented to you to learn. Every new transition and change provides you with the opportunity to get a deeper understanding of what you honestly and truthfully want out of your life and the journey you are on. As you move through one change to another, you will find yourself in moments of reflection, understanding what you allowed to leave, and to give yourself the time to renew your subtle energies in order to bring in the positive effects of any transition and change. And we know you have been hit with unexpected challenges, maybe from accidents with life-altering conditions, health, change of job, moving, relationship complications, and the list goes on. But within each event and situation, what is learned here is that you are leaving something behind in order to heal, and get a new direction on life and where your heart is leading you to. Adjustments are required, and we know you will make the appropriate adjustments for each situation that will allow breathing room and space to grow, to nourish any emotional trauma, and to bring yourself out of all changes successfully and triumphantly. We often see many dear souls fighting the transitions as they approach. They don't like change, but changes are necessary and beneficial. There will be growing pains in the first few steps, but eventually these growing pains slip away and you become more aware of the lesson behind the change and understand that you are truly better for moving forward. It is understood that transitions can occur at any time in your life. You may have a nagging voice in your head reminding you of what is wrong and that you need to make some changes. Quite often this voice gets ignored and life becomes stagnant until you begin to really tune into why the change must be permitted. And like most transitions, they seem to happen within a crisis or serious circumstance that requires you take notice, completely. As we mentioned previously, all transitions carry an ending, but there is also a middle which will lead you to your new beginning. As you end an old chapter, many times you peruse in a middle or neutral zone, gathering information, settling yourself without what you had let go, which prepares you to bring in the new beginning. Disconnection is common as you go through the stages of letting go and accepting changes that will bring in new and better ways of living and being. Don't be discouraged while you are in a disconnected feeling, unsure where your path is taking you. Take this time to reflect, to learn what is going on inside of you, become more in tune to what is moving around you in the form of energy, and give yourself the comfort and nourishment you deserve. When you are 100% ready, you will leave the middle neutral zone and enter the newer way of living, being enthusiastic, trusting in yourself and in your path to where you are being led, that is always of the highest of good. Because many dear souls are filled with fear of the unknown, they also fear endings of tired out situations and ways of living. Beautiful children of God, your life cycle is all about endings and new beginnings. Change is one of the most common of occurrences and one we encourage you to embrace more often in order to bring ease into your transitions. Comprehend that the process of letting go is to let go of what is old and no longer serving you in the highest of capacity. It is not something to cling to as a necessary condition in order to bring yourself into a state of renewal and healing. By clinging to what you are supposed to let go, you are unable to truly let it go or heal by process of ending the death of a cycle. What can occur here, dear ones, is conflict and confusion brought on simply because of a misunderstood understanding of what letting go truly is. The past teaches you many things and we encourage you to learn all you can that will enable you to grow with that knowledge in your current challenges and life journey that is also paving your future. Let the past go when you have gleaned every last crumb of essential information and move on. By clinging to a past event or situation, you are not permitting yourself to change or to grow. It does take great courage to accept the changes as they approach. We know tears will often be the result when you truly let something go that was hindering your progress and life journey. Tears are not a bad thing. They are a telling sign of your strength that is found through a moment of vulnerability. Through your tears you will begin to know from the yearnings of your heart what is true and necessary, and that the choices you are making to bring in new changes are of the highest of good. To make any transition successful, it's important to disengage from any roles or activities that you were once part of that held what you have let go. You are wiping the slate clean of any ties to what was let go of in order to bring in new activities and new roles that will help nurture your new beginnings that can oftentimes be difficult. Even if it isn't possible for you to physically relocate while making a transition that was life-changing, you can train your thinking mind to disengage from any attachments that would have had you clinging to the situation that you have let go. You will gain new perspectives and be able to understand why the transition was necessary objectively instead of with heavy emotions that tend to mask the truth. When you end an old cycle and move towards a new beginning, you may find yourself becoming disenchanted. Many dear souls during this beautiful process discover many things about themselves when they learn to question what it is they are looking for, what they are hoping to find. Many question about what is truly real in their lives and what they believe in. The more you question where you are heading, the more you become disengaged from the situation or past you have chosen to leave behind. By questioning your assumptions, dear ones, you are allowing a door to open that will lead you through to a healthy transition and to be able to see the world around you in a whole new light. It is only natural, dear ones, as you move from a new ending into a new beginning that you may feel disoriented and uncomfortable. Remember, God does not give you challenges that you cannot handle. Keep moving forward, one step in front of the other, trusting where your heart is leading you. Take time to give yourself love and compassion and be gentle here. You are going into new territory and confusion is commonplace. Don't rush through, take your time and allow the confusion to settle into clarity after you have mulled over every piece of information you have gathered. Time is your friend here, and in time all that you need to know to bring yourself into the new and improved way of living and being will come. You cannot bring new until you empty the old. Take a breath and see honestly and truthfully that genuine new beginnings occur when you have readjusted your way of looking at your life and the world by renewing your energy. You may find yourself distracted by external influences while transitioning. Go within, dear ones, and allow what you find there to be your guide to what to do next. Others very well may offer you sound advice, but the choices you make must come from you. Understanding where you are going is your responsibility. Trust your inner self, the quiet, subtle voice that often tries to speak to you when you have finally been able to empty your mind of all its noisy clutter. Your inner self is where you find all the information pertaining to your growth, which direction is best to take, and it guides you to what you need most for your life at every stage. When your directions are clear, you discover you feel motivated and optimistic about any transition and the changes they bring. You will know how to identify each new course and direction as you learn to trust yourself, knowing you are going to successfully complete each process step by step. We encourage you to not put a time limit on when your transitions and changes need to be completed by. Allow each step and stage to occur when you are ready. Listen to your body, tune into your inner self and love where you are, even if you are in the middle neutral zone. It is essential to understand as you let go of an event from the past, its memory can still come back through certain triggers, but when it does, it no longer carries any pain or discomfort. It's simply there reminding you of what was. Find elation when you know you are transitioning. This means changes are coming. Don't fight them, embrace them with gratitude that you are progressing, growing and change is always good. And so it is. I am Archangel Gabriel through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com